Another huge story in Metro Louisville today. The streets around Applegate Lane and Highview are blocked this afternoon as the Environmental Protection Agency sweeps a home found filled with toxic and explosive chemicals. It comes as the city is deciding what to do about the home, saying the EPA will assess first before they decide whether or not to move forward with the controlled burn. Reporter Grace McKenna and Chief Photojournalist Philip Merle are there this afternoon with an update from the city. Grace, let's start with what you're seeing right now.
Yeah, Shay, police have set up this barricade at the corner of Applegate and Timmy Lanes. And all day long, we've watched quite a few cars coming up to that barricade, having to turn around and go somewhere else. We've also seen lots of emergency crews from the state and local level going back towards that home. We know that the EPA has been inside 6213 Applegate today. We've seen crews in hazmat suits walking up and down the street. And Emergency Director Jody Myman said about 6 people have actually been inside so far. More could still go in today. The EPA will conduct tests meant to determine if they can safely clear the home by hand.
We've mentioned all along that we're still working in parallel paths. We're going still with the mentality that we could have to burn the house, and we're going with the mentality that it could still be cleaned up. So we don't want to take our foot off the gas with our planning in case we do have to burn it, so that we're not behind. And if that's the case, we can do it as quick and as safely as possible for all of our responders in the community.
We already knew Mark Hibble, the homeowner, had chemicals including primary and secondary explosives inside the house. That was according to a city affidavit. And neighbors have worried about the risk of explosion or impacts to the air quality if a burn happens. Myman said that is still on the table, but the EPA has different resources and abilities than city contractors, making other options more viable.
I don't know how this compares to other jobs that they may have performed. That's something that we'll talk about later and in the next coming days. But like I said, when we have any type of large hazardous materials incident in the area, it could be a federal contractor from the EPA that's recommended to come in and clean that up anyway. So this is just the process that takes place during a situation like this.
The EPA will only be on site for the next couple of days, but it could be a matter of weeks before they make a determination about the safest path forward, and even longer if they decide they can, in fact, clean things up. If, Shay, though, a controlled burn is determined ultimately to still be the best solution, the city has already said that that certainly would not happen this week. They'll be monitoring that situation very closely. Live in Highview, Grace McKenna, WHAS 11 on your side.